Okay, so this time when the heat came on and it began to blow through the vents, it didn't. That strong smell didn't come through, but they're still attacking me from the inside and putting the smell in my mouth. And I still don't know how to describe it. What was coming to mind was mercury, but like it's so she said we told you to stop telling on our asses, and she's not gonna be able to get over what we did in the neighborhood. And they said they don't know that we've been sabotaging her character for no reason. And they said when she finds out what her relatives were saying, she gonna go the fuck off. No, as I'm laying down, I'm trying. That's why I started recording again. Like, I'm just. Normally, it makes them. For any attack, any type of scientific attack, when I begin to record, most of the time it makes them stop and ease up. And on top of that, they're putting my back in pain. They're applying tension. My throat. It's my throat. It's got like this burning sensation. They're talking about how they use artificial intelligence to like this scene. You said these ideas are not supposed to be in certain people's lives. And that goes along with the location manipulation and how they're acting like I'm in places that I'm not. Literally alone 100% of the time. Like, it's so bad, I can't even go off about it normally. Like, it's my head. Like, the pain in my head keeps me from being verbally aggressive about getting them to stop. They're all talking over one another right now. They're talking about operations. Hey, look, I'm about to curse. These other motherfuckers because now they're looking at how many lies they told and all the changes they made in front of the video, I guess. We made your ass look at the situation like what? You said we made these people look at your ass like they wasn't able to get in touch with your ass, and now we're gonna find out. They are now letting up, and they're still. The one guy is yelling. They're having conversations in the back, and I'm kind of glad that they're talking over him because, like, and for once, the fucking females are whispering. Like, it's. I mean, not. They're always in the foreground. When he starts yelling, they kind of fade into the background. Touching females, you know, we weren't supposed to have the type of identities that we got into places. Folks don't get anything out of your mind. And I swear, I don't know how these strands are hitting on the floor, like, and it just put another. That's the type of shit that happens after I swear I talked about that in the old videos. Like, I be just swept and like conditioned the carpet or something, and then they'll put like impossible strands in here. I don't even do my hair in my room, like. I don't know why he keeps calling me that. He said because he hates addressing me as Christ's mother. He said these females were mad because I was controlling them and they started doing stuff that. I see she wants all the ass inside of the studio for looking at her the wrong way. I guess they're talking about, I feel like they're talking about, because I've been seeing them without seeing them trying to manipulate that situation for a while. The random conversation that I had at the library on the 21st, I asked that guy about the Earth's design. He lied. You have to see the video, the surveillance of that. You could tell he knew who I was, and he was like sweating and nervous and shaky. In the video, you can't tell it so much, but on camera, it's bad. And yeah, when I asked about the design, he swallowed real hard before saying no. And I didn't tell him that I had complex theories, because I had a lot of different theories that I didn't work through. And because I could never get around to it. And they were using that conversation with him and me not saying anything about it to manipulate reality. They were acting as if he influenced me in some way, and as if he having dated stuff, obviously, is, you know, I talked about this in the past too. Sometimes they come along, they try to introduce a topic while they know you're on the topic, and that 2 days later they stole my phone with all the screenshots and research on it. But that's not the only reason why. It had some other stuff on it too, like, so that's crazy. That's crazy. And get this, they're calling them downstairs, signing at the studios. They used to call them SUMA. They've called them APD. Oh. They'll come along, they'll introduce a topic, and that they know you're working on. At the time that he showed up, that was around the same time that I was watching documentaries on, like, the documentary that I had been watching and taking note on was The Eye of God. And it talks about galaxies and comets and nebulas and stars and all kinds of stuff. And in that documentary, I found something that had some screenshots that went along with something that I was working on. You gotta understand, for like this project, like with the design, this is from like January, February time frame, and like I said, I never got around to it. Any, like, as I was working on other stuff, occasionally, you know, like I just print some images or something with intent to eventually put it together. And when all the real bad attacks started happening, I started putting stuff in storage because I thought I was gonna have to go to jail. And I so like I said, I wasn't planning on touching on it, but it just so happens in order to touch on parallel reality, that's a part that I have to mention. Like, it's not a part, it's like a part and an opportunity, like, because I don't have to go into as much detail as I'm going to go into, but it'll help you better understand. And um and how that's where the worst thing about stuff like this happens for hours and hours, especially normally in the wee hours of the night. It's when it's done during the day, it's 2 to 4 hours sometimes, maybe 6. But in the middle of the night, it's real bad. They'll do it like from the time I lay down and try to sleep till 6 or 7 a.m. Like last night, for example, I didn't get any sleep. And whenever they don't allow me to sleep, it's because they're trying to receive favor. And it could be in the form of a loan or a contractual agreement. You never know what tier they're trying to satisfy. So, um, oh, um, uh, so yeah, they come and they introduce, they come and they try to pretend that they're introducing something to you that they know you're working on, and they'll go and they'll lie. They'll manipulate reality with it. And that's another place that she had like ain't nobody helping her comes from. But they're keeping folks from watching the video. Like, meanwhile, the truth is online, but no one's watching. So, um, oh, um, I was about to say something. So I suppose I put somebody in a position where they had to tell the truth. And it normally happens when I work on something for hours at a time. Like, for example, today, like I said, I'm working on my last video. And it's like 3 topics combined. It's update, parallel reality, and nuisance neighbors. And yesterday I spent a half a day on it. Today I spent a full day on it. I'm talking about like I've been working on it since like noon. And it's like probably 11 now. Mostly the outline that's associated with it. I just started on this stuff, like that display. Like I just did that. I might have spent 30 minutes on it before I started taping it to the wall so that I could better, because I had so much in front of me that I was just like, finally came to me, I'm like, why don't I use this wall? And they got mad, and that's when this shit started. I don't know how long this is going to go. I'm just going to stop this video now. And I'll put it in the description. Yeah, it's 11:53. It's almost midnight.